Our second referee, Erlindo Eusebio, national referee. And now let's meet the starters. First, for the Creamline Cool Smashers. Middle blocker from the College of St. Benil, number 6, Jeanette Panaga. Opposite hitter from De La Salle University, number 7, Michelle Gumabao. Setter from the Ateneo de Manila University, number 12, team captain, Gia de Guzman. Middle blocker from the Far Eastern University, number 13, Ced Domingo. Outside spiker also from FEU, number 17, Rose Vargas. Outside spiker from the University of the Philippines, number 18, Tots Carlos. Starting libero from the Far Eastern University, number 11, Kyla Atienza. And the head coach for Creamline, Sherwin Meneses. And now the starters for Army Black Mamba. Middle blocker from Arellano University, number 2, Private Ann Esguera. Setter from the National University, number 7, Private Ivy Perez. Outside spiker from the University of Perpetual Health System Delta, number 9, Corporal Royce Tubino. Outside spiker from the University of San Agustin, number 14, Private First Class, Nene Bautista. Middle blocker from Faith Batangas, number 16, Corporal Lut Malaluan. Opposite hitter from the Far Eastern University, number 21, Private Jeanette Villarreal. Starting libero from Rizal Technological University, number 10, team captain, Sergeant Angela Nunag. Head coach for the Lady Troopers is Sergeant Randy Faliorina. This game is held under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusements Board. It is Creamline versus Army. This is the PVL.
This is the PVL Premier Volleyball League All-Filipino Conference. We have the starting lineup here in front of us, Neil. It seems like they did make a change here with the Creamline Cool Smashers with Rose Vargas and Tots Carlos starting in the same lineup. And this is something that we are excited to see. But we go on here to the Army Black Mamba Energy Drink Lady Troopers, which looks like the same starters for Coach Randy's camp, right, Neil?
That's correct. No changes whatsoever for Black Mamba Army Energy Drink Lady Troopers. And for the Creamline Cool Smashers, no Gemma Galanza in the starting unit. But I see Philka Englet Cayetano also in uniform, so she is ready to play for the white shirts.
That's right. And speaking of the white shirts, we have one score on the board as Gia de Guzman serves. A shank here for Army and no one there to save it. As a Creamline will get their second point here in set number 1.
Army Black Mamba needs to get that steady pass because we know that Creamline is a highly offensive team, and now that Gemma Galanza is not on the floor, that's one less problem na kailangan alalahanin pa ng Lady Trooper, so they have to pounce on this opportunity.
Right, and you said that Gemma is not on the floor. Let's see later if we can get a report on that, but finally Army through Luz Manaluan will score their first point on the board.
Right now they have the top 2 performers in the front line. You have Villarreal, who again shifted from the middle blocker position towards that opposite spiker position, and they also have their top scorer in Royce Tubino, but hindi pwedeng maging predictable yung magiging sets ni Ivy Perez because Creamline is also known to be a good blocking team.
And speaking of Army and Creamline, let's head on over to the court side to listen in to what Rain Tixon has for us, Rain.
While the Army Black Mamba Energy Drink Lady Troopers have yet to win a game here in the All-Filipino Conference, their last game against the Chocomucho Flying Titans was their best outing yet. The Lady Troopers fought 5 close sets with an end score of 113 to 99. Jeanette Villarreal topped the team with 19 points off of 15 attacks and 4 blocks. Sabi niya nga sa akin na kailangan niya magdoble effort. Especially kung kinakailangan siya at nababantayan yung mga open spikers niya. She told me na hindi siya handa siya sumalo sa scoring duties kung kinakailangan, and she puts her trust in her teammates and coaches. Yani and Neil, do you think that Jeanette needs to have the same performance here in our matchup today?
Well, I'm excited to see Jeanette really mix it up because Creamline for sure has studied Army, and this is the time for Army to kind of put in something different in their game, Neil.
One thing's for sure, she needs to really duplicate that 19-point performance against the Pool Smashers, and she has to add on pa para matalo itong Creamline. Right now, they're at the top of the standings. They have a 4-1 record alongside F2 Logistics, who also have a 4-1 win-loss record.
As we see Eliza Valdez and Gemma Galante here on the bench supporting, of course, Creamline. They are up by 1. Malaluan here at the service line. It's 4-3 right now. Serve there. Atienza gets the first ball to Tots. Ooh, she adjusts mid-air. Ivy will set it here to the back. Gia gets it. They'll try again with MG. Ivy will choose the wing. Kyla Atienza slows it down with Tots again, and that's a cross. That is good for the Creamline Pool Smashers.
Tots Carlos finding the right target there. Nakita niya si Lut Malaluan in that cross-court angle. The double block was already established, pero naiwasan pa rin yun ni Tots Carlos.
Tots Carlos, really a person who really makes a difference here in Creamline, as Pangs Pananga just served a tip there. Coverage here by the Pool Smashers. Rose Vargas has it with Tots. Delay Nudag. Ivy will choose Tobino. And that is good at the cross.
That's just really smart hitting for Royce Tobino. Set was a bit far from the net. It was a bump set actually from a broken play. There was a high clearance on that hit of Royce Tobino.
Royce Tobino, speaking of, here at the service line, as you were saying.
She has polished her game because before she had a couple of times na i-force na yung attack even if it was far from the net, but right now she has already mastered that restraint, and now she scores off that ace.
Right, and it's something that we expect for the players to really develop throughout their stay here in the PVL, and Army is a really developed team with veteran mentality, as the combination play here is a no-go. Oh, and Army will get their 6th point here on the board. It's 5-6 with Army up by 1, and Tobino will continue at the service line.
So far, so good. Good defense being shown to us by Esguerra as well. One-on-one on the combination play against Tots Carlos.
Good serve here. Set, reverse. Read well by Nene Bautista.
They have been reading the sets of Gia de Guzman really well here in the early parts of set number 1. Reverse set. Actually, na-late pa nga si Esguerra to close that one out, but Nene Bautista with the perfect timing on that kill block.
It's a 2-game lead here with Army on top. A set and a quick attack there. Ivy will choose Bautista at the wing, and she finds an opening. Army has this a really good energy right now.
5-star really for Army Black Mamba energy drink, Lady Troopers.
As we head on over to this technical timeout, Army back on top. It's our PVL watch here with our player matchup. We head on to these players who are soaring and flying all over the court, Neil.
Same statistics, almost same. 61 points for Royce Tubino, 60 points for Tots Carlos. Mas marami lang attack points si Tots ng konting-konti. But Royce Tubino has that edge in terms of blocking.
And I'm glad to see that we have both players on the court to observe how they match up and fare up in today's match. As Michelle Gumabao is here on the service line. It's 6 serving 8 right now. Army has it. Ivy with the underhand set to net. Esguerra. Oh, combination play here by Army. And they get it off of a swipe.
Look at the change in position of Jeanette Villarreal. You know, that's very difficult to transition from the middle to the right pin because the timing is very different. Usually, makita mo, mabilis yung pasok for middle blockers. But for opposite spikers, they do have to wait for that loop or that C-set before they go for their proper approach.
Well, that's very interesting to note, and it's good to know yung adjustments na ginagawa nila. Bautista will try. A shot ball by Mabao, and Army is doing really well here in set number 1, don't you think?
Teamwork is very evident here on the side of Black Mamba Army. And they have been digging up the balls of the Cool Smashers, and napakataas din ang efficiency ng counter-attack nila.
It's a 4-point game. 10 serving 6 right now as Tots gets the first ball. She'll try with a spike and she answers back to get the 7th point for the Creamline Cool Smashers.
That was a perfect C-set. Full swing on that one from Tots Carlos.
But we do want to get what's happening in the courtside side, so let's go to Rain Dixon for this report.
Is not starting just because Coach Sherwin is trying to shake up the lineup and trying different strategies as they move in this matchup for today. But soon enough, she will be part of the lineup. She will return as she is feeling healthy. It's just a coaching strategy for now. Yanni and Neil?
Oh, that's good to hear, Rain. Thank you very much for that report. And it's nice to know that these players are healthy, ready. It was just a mix-up for this game.
And we are already in that midpoint of our PVL conference. So, siguro inaalagaan din ng mga coaching staff yung conditioning ng mga players nila. But again, at any point in time, I'm sure Gemma Galanza is ready to play pagkailanganin siya ng Creamline. And right now, they're just 1 point behind Black Mamba Army.
As Tots here will continue to serve for the Creamline Cool Smashers. It's 9-10 here in set number 1. Jump serve, Nunag, first ball, reverse set, and Esguerra gets it right through the double block of the Creamline Cool Smashers.
I love the distribution of Ivy Perez right now. She has been giving touches to Nene Bautista, Royce Tubino, Esguerra, and Villarreal. And that's the name of the game, really, unpredictability against the Cool Smashers.
It's good to see that she has a lot of choices out in the court right now. Said will try. The ball is back with Creamline. Rose Vargas this time. Luth Malinoan just saves it. They tried to send it over, but it sails too wide.
Wasted opportunity though for Army Black Mamba. It was a good rebound from the double block. Napabagal nila yung bola, but second and third pickup wasn't there.
Said Domingo now 10 serving 11. And Army has a really strong veteran team, but they are coming in at a disadvantage. What is the veteran mentality? How is it an advantage naman for Army's sake?
They've been through a lot of championships, to say the least. Again, they were one of the most dominant club teams here in the Philippines. I'm sure the volleyball fans know that. So, wala nang question about the nerves of Army. It's really about the physicality of things, on how they will play with a team like Creamline na napakabilis din ng style of play.
That's good to note that Army has this mature mindset. They just have to now keep up. But at this moment, Creamline is trying to keep up with the Army Black Mamba energy drink. They are down by 1 as we see this save right now. They give a chance ball here. Army slows it down. Ivy will pick Tubino, and she gets it off of a wipe from the hands of Creamline.
No combination play there, just a simple set to the left wing from Ivy Perez. But that can be a good strategy, especially they are acknowledging that Gia de Guzman is the shortest blocker on the floor right now for Creamline.
Creamline with a combination play with Rose Vargas, who answers back to give their 12th point on the board.
Signature Rose Vargas, that power hit from her FEU days, nadala niya dito sa Cool Smashers.
As we see Gia de Guzman right now on the service line. It's 12 serving 13 here in set number 1. Creamline trying to find their groove here as Army takes the lead. Set to Tots Carlos, who adjusts mid-air. A call.
There'll be a challenge.
A net touch challenge here.
From Creamline for net touch.
From Army against Creamline.
Number 3, net touch.
Challenges here in set number 1. I have been waiting for the challenge to start.
This is the first challenge of that match. Again, a net touch called by the coaching staff of the Cool Smashers.
Were you able to see something in your side?
Hindi ko nga napansin eh. So we have to take a look at this replay.
Right.
But usually, pag nagbabalikan yung bola, it's the job of the coaching staff to look at these kinds of errors na potentially na pwedeng mangyari. And look at that. That was a good challenge.
Sharp eyes.
And yes, they will be winning that challenge. The point will go to the Cool Smashers.
Sharp eyes here for the camp of Coach Sherwin as the challenge is successful. It's 13-all in the scoreboard, and Gia now settling herself down for the service. Jelay Nunag with the first ball, a set to Tobino. Read like a book by Gumabaw and Managa.
Eventually, that will happen pag alam na alam ng Creamline na pupunta kadalasan si Ivy Perez dun sa left wing. That's why Malaluan really needs to be a convincing decoy alongside Esguerra if they want to free up the space of Royce Tobino.
We are neck and neck here right now in set number 1. Ivy will try this time with Tobino, who adjusts. That is good. Smart play here by Army Black Mamba Energy Drink.
Great adjustment for Royce Tobino. It was a low set, but she was able to push that to that sideline.
And Creamline unable to cover for that set. It's 14-all. Ivy Perez settling herself down for the service. Tots with the first ball. Gia de Guzman will go to MG. Powers through the double block. Tobino tries again. Oh, and this time it goes the other way around compared to the play 2 plays ago.
So much power there for Royce Tobino. And she really doesn't care if there's a double block or a triple block. She can break that wall down to get that point for Army Black Mamba.
And that is the veteran mentality. Whatever they are faced, they are ready to power through. But that serve was too powerful for Army Black Mamba. And you see Coach Randy kind of disappointed with that serve, but it's 15-all right now.
They do have to be careful. Kailangan sila yung mag-force sa Creamline to make these unforced errors because we know that there are times na error-prone itong Cool Smashers.
One hand set, and there's some miscommunication going on there, Neil. It's 16-15, Creamline up on top, and we'll be back after this technical timeout. Bingo Plus, the first live streaming bingo in the Philippines. We are back here in the PVL All-Filipino Conference with the Creamline Cool Smashers versus the Army Black Mamba Energy Drink. Lady Troopers. The girls in white are up by 1. It's 16 to 15 right now. And it's very interesting how they have been neck and neck this whole first set, Neil.
And Army Black Mamba actually got a good amount of a lead early on here in set number 1, but Creamline is now back on top with the unforced errors of Army.
We have a set here, but to Tots, and the Thunder served by Carlos. It's 17 to 15 right now.
And you know that Tots Carlos is heating up. Pag palakas na ng palakas yung palo niya.
Service, Rose Vargas. Over receive. Can Creamline make a way? And they do. Right on point for Michelle Gumaba.
Now the loaded serves of Creamline really giving Army difficult time in passing that first ball to Ivy Perez.
Let's head on over to the camp of Coach Randy to listen to this timeout.
Hindi tayo naka-defense pattern natin, nakakalimutan nyo eh. Ito dulo-dulo lagi. Ha? Yung block natin, hindi tayo maka-block na maayos. Ha? Let's go. Kaya naman eh. Kaya na labanan. So, focus pa. Konti pa, ha? Focus pa, konti. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Pasa mo na, pasa.
Coach Randy telling the players that they need to block more. What did you get from that timeout, Neil?
It was all about adjusting dun sa defensive pattern nila. Again, you have 2 lines of defense. You have one blocking pattern. Then you also have support dun sa backcourt for the digs. And I do have to agree, yung first ball nila hindi nga umaabot. And then pagbalikan na ng bola pagdating sa transition, medyo nagkakagulo din sila right now. That's why Creamline is already on top by 3, make that 4 points after that service ace. Now there's that snowball effect once you actually commit one error. That's the tendency usually for all of our teams. Kaya importante yung term na one stop because you do want to lessen these mistakes.
And the Creamline now trying to knock on the door of Army, trying to knock on the door of Creamline as we see Gia de Guzman will choose Rose Vargas from the pipe. Jelay Nunag will save it. Tubino this time. And ooh, there it goes. It sails out. There is a challenge here, right on cue.
It's a ball in or ball out challenge from Army Black Mamba.
So for the newer viewers, ball in, ball out means if it touched the line.
Yeah.
Right?
I think Royce Tubino was asking for a block touch challenge. Pero baka iba yung nakita ng coaching staff, but based on our angle, it was really way out.
And according to the challenge system, it is out. So that challenge will be unsuccessful. Creamline is now at 20 and Army Black Mamba energy drink is at 15 with Rose Vargas continuing to serve. First ball here, Perez underhand set, Tubino, pancake, Rose Vargas. Panaga now has the ball. Bautista, almost a collision there as they send it over. Creamline has it. Tots, mixed adjustment. She'll try again.
Ooh.
Sends Nunag to the floor. Creamline has it with MG. She couldn't get through the double block as she tries one more time and adjustment air. Jella was there over on 2 play. Panaga will try and she gets that off of that impressive rally.
Longest rally of this match. Quality exchange between these two teams. Army trying to break the defense of the Cool Smashers, but Jeanette Panaga has other plans. Using a simple power tip to end that long rally.
It's nice to see the players changing it up. They have different tactics to go against these two veteran teams here. Tubino sends it over to Tots. Power through, but Army has that. Tubino will try again with this approach. Rose Vargas as Gia will go back to Carlos. Tubino was just there.
Blow after blow, Tots Carlos not waiting for any blockers to go up against her. That's a 8-0 run for the Cool Smashers after being down by as much as 3 or 4 points early on in this first frame.
We have some substitutions as Pao Soriano comes in for Pangs Panaga. 22 serving 15 right now. That catches the line for Creamline, and Coach Randy will call for a timeout. Let's listen in.
Hindi naman ganun kalakasan, lapit-lapit ito. Hindi ganun kalakasan ang service nila. So tinatarget, marunong sila to market. Ha? So, nawalan tayo ng receive, hindi tayo makakatake ng maayos. Ha? Let's go. Pinito yung angat nyo. Idikit nyo man lang yan. Ha? Let's go.
Black Mamba! Army!
Motivating words there from Coach Randy. And what is Army's mindset now coming into this half after that timeout?
They really have to focus on the receive. I do agree with Coach Randy. That was the most problematic, I would say, skilled department for Army Black Mamba. Kasi kanina, very polished yung galaw. But right now, Rose Vargas is having a field day on the service line. Now, this is an excellent pass from Army Black Mamba. But it was a predictable play for Royce Tubino.
Creamline was able to take advantage of that timeout by Army as we check out the replay here. Read like a book by the Creamline Cool Smashers, and Rose Vargas has been doing a lot here on the service line. It's set point now, 24-15. Some miscommunication happening in the Army side. And that will give Creamline the 25th point as they get set number 1 here in the PVL All-Filipino Conference. Let's check out that replay once again in that winning point.
Rose Vargas had a long time dun sa service area na yon. And she ends things for the Cool Smashers here in set number 1.
Set number 1 to 25 minutes. It's 25-15, and we'll be back with more set number 2 action. It's a PVL All-Filipino Conference here in the doubleheader Tuesday. The first game, Creamline Cool Smashers against the Army Black Mamba Energy Drink Lady Troopers. And Creamline got that first set convincingly. At least it's been an 11-0 run to end set number 1 as we check out the set highlights. And what did you see, Neil?
Well, for Army Black Mamba, we know that they can attack, they can slow down the offense of the Cool Smashers, but it is very vital for them to get that pass. Again, nung mga timeout nila, pinapoint out lagi ni Coach Randy that you have to fix your formation defensively if you want to win against the Cool Smashers. And for Creamline, slow start, but when they got their rhythm going, they never looked back. Again, that was an 11-point run. Care of the services of Rose Vargas and Tots Carlos.
Right, Rose Vargas spent a really good amount of time there in our service line, and she did really well as we see the sets 1 statistics right now.
Clean game from the Cool Smashers. They only had 2 errors compared to the 9 of Army Black Mamba. But again, looking at the positive light, hindi mo laging makikita na may team na mas mataas yung points sa attacks against Creamline, but they were able to do it in set number 1. So they have to replicate that performance on offense and build up on their defense if they want to get this second set.
And for those who just tuned in, actually, Gemma Galanza hasn't gone into the court for Creamline, but it looks like they're doing well, you know, with the mix of Coach Sherwin right now. And it's interesting to see, that was an interesting note, Neil, that Army has more attack points here in set number 1 compared to the Creamline Cool Smashers. Now it's set number 2. Let's see what these two teams have in store, what they've done or what they've talked about here in our timeouts to bring it up a notch for Army or to be consistent for the Creamline and Cool Smashers. But with the Army side, with their veteran experience, what do you think they should start bringing out, aside from everything that you mentioned a while ago?
Well, the energy, they have to bring it back up. They started out really strong. But when they started to make these errors, medyo natahimik also yung Army Black Mamba. Now, for Creamline, you will see Risa Sato occupy that middle blocker position. Again, more names coming in for Coach Sherwin Meneses. Again, maganda rin yan na nagagamit yung second stringers because, again, they've been dealing with a couple of injuries. So, if you can give playing time to the second stringers, mas magiging ready sila for other situations. And so far, so good. Rose Vargas doing damage a while ago from the service line. Now getting an attack point of the combination play from the middle.
As we see it here on this replay, and it's good that you mentioned that the second stringers are getting more exposure here, especially that we're in the middle part of the elimination round. And again, this is a single round, so they only have a few games left to really clinch their spot in the top 4 to get into the semifinals right now.
And they have to win all the games remaining if they want to keep their chances alive. But again, they do have to wait for the other results para malaman nila yung fate nila if they will be entering the next round of competition. And for Creamline, you just need to solidify your position at the top.
So this game is actually important for both teams. Army trying to get that chance to get into the top 4 with Creamline trying to stay on the top rank with Ruth Malaluan at the serve. Atienza gets that one. Carlos will set to MG. This time, over-receive here by Army. Quick set and attack there by Bangs Panaga.
What a set! Can I just say, that was a spectacular set. I mean, look at this. Bump set, going to that big quick play. Amazing.
It's really amazing to see, you know, these players bloom throughout the games, even here in the pro leagues. As Pangs Panaga here at the service line, it's 2-all in set number 2. Tobino with the first ball. Ivy reverse to Villarreal, but that one was able to power through. We do want to get the insights on court side, so let's go to Rain Tixon for this report.
The foundation behind the best spiking team is Creamline's libero Kyla Atienza. When I talked to Kyla last conference, she told me that playing against foreign players both in the AFC and in the reinforced conference taught her a lot. But another thing that helps her right now is the team's culture of keeping things light and happy. She also constantly asks for feedback, especially from their super setter Gia de Guzman. So it's all these little things that got her to where she is. And so far, they're on the right track as they lead by a set against the Army Black Mamba Energy Drink Lady Troopers. Yani and Neil.
Thank you, Rain. And it's nice to see the back end of everything and how they're interacting outside of the court. It's really important that they have this team mindset and team mentality, asking each other advice, questions, of course.
Captain, ang sabi ko sa'yo, hindi nag-rest ang bola sa kamay. Hindi inahawakan.
So, hindi nagmamati na dito ng galing?
Nasa ibabaw.
Hindi, dito sa baba ng
Sa
galing.
ibabaw.
Hindi sa baba
Basta
ka
hindi
ng
siya
galing.
nag-rest, kaya walang catch. Okay?
Okay, okay.
There was a discussion here with Gia de Guzman and our first referee. What was going on there, Neil?
Well, she was asking for a violation on one of the players of Army Black Mamba. That's why she was talking to the first referee.
Ooh, Creamline will save that. Rose Vargas sends it over. Power attack here by Bautista. Gia sets it to Tots Carlos. Read like a book though. Gia reverse this time to MG. Army slows it down, but Net Villarreal is able to score that point, and it looks like they have the same energy as we started set number 1 with 4-3 right now.
That's correct. Talking about team mentality or teamwork, now the supporting cast of Army Black Mamba stepping up a while ago. Lut Malaluan got a service ace. Now Janet Villarreal also got an attack point. Kanina din, Anis Guerra scoring off that quick attack. And ito yung production na kailangan nila to help Royce Tubino fool the defense of the Cool Smashers.
MG will get that down the line. And the Army really does have to make a smarter plays. Kind of like misdirecting the Creamline Cool Smashers right now as we check out that replay.
And you can also see Anis Guerra being very vocal dun sa suporta nila sa backcourt because when you are blocking certain zones. So for example, if you're blocking the cross-court, obviously kailangan may defender dun sa down-the-line area. And that is what happened a while ago. So ang dami pang intricacies behind the patterns of these teams.
And that's why we have Unio to tell all of us and to teach all of us what's going on in a player's mindset. As we have MG right now with that serve, Tubino with the first ball, quick set and attack here. MG was there to cover. Ooh, Risa Sato.
Always that zero tempo from Risa Sato, one-handed set from Gia de Guzman. Vertical jump, but she was able to find that hole behind.
Risa here, aside from converting, will give Cool Smashers the energy that they might need in this set. But that service ace by Michelle Gumabao is a good indicator of the energy that they have here in set number 2.
Michelle Gumabao really targeting Royce Tubino. She knows that she's the top performer for Army Black Mamba energy drink.
Tubino now at the backcourt. Bautista will try that. They get it off of the hands of Creamline Cool Smashers, and this is what they need. As you said a while ago, one stop for Army.
And Nene Bautista really needs to support Royce Tubino as well because there will be a couple of times or a lot of times na magkakaroon ng broken plays. And it will be up to the left wing to actually save your team and still get that point.
And let's see if Net Villarreal can give a score here to Army Black Mamba energy drink. But that combination play with Tots Carlos is a go for the Creamline Cool Smashers as we head on over to this technical timeout. We'll be back. Hashtag PVL asks, here in this All-Filipino conference, we got your opinions, guys, and we're excited to read it out. At Layug says, let's go Ivy, rooting for my favorite lefty setter. Oh, we love to see all of your support online as we see May here with Cutie Alay and Gemma here on the bench. Even na nasa bench sila, meron pa rin fans, of course.
And ganda pakinggan ni at it's Yani Mayo. I do agree, Dar. I love my partner here. And sabi nga nila na ikaw yung partner ko, so I was looking forward to covering this game with you.
Thank you very much for the kind words, everyone, and for the very, very warm welcome. I'm glad to call this game, of course, with Neil, with Rain, and the broadcast team as Creamline is now up 9-5. So check out this replay.
Risa Sato setting up Rose Vargas and finding that sharp cross-court angle to go for the Cool Smashers. They're starting to build on that lead. Make that a 5-point lead for the Cool Smashers. Serving really their best friend in today's game.
Tots Carlos here. Aside from the bright hair, she has that bright energy that she gives to the Creamline Cool Smashers. Some substitutions as Tin Francisco comes up for the Army Black Mamba Energy Drink Lady Troopers.
One of the newest acquisitions for Army Black Mamba. One of the young guns also.
And let's see if she's a magic bunot for Coach Randy. Seems like Army was able to take advantage of that with a 6-10 score right now. Creamline on top.
Great court sense there for Nene Bautista. Donut hole sa depensa ng Cool Smashers.
6 serving 10 right now. Army trying to limit that lead. First ball, quick set and attack for Risa Santos.
That was the second time Gia de Guzman went for that bump set, going to that B-quick attack. So that's just years of training, years of mastering your craft, years with your teammates.
Exactly, Neil. It's really important you have that intense chemistry with your teammates. And that one gets the line for Army with Luz Malaluan scoring their 7th point.
Malaluan also showing the connection that they have with their center Ivy Perez off that slide attack. Good spacing there. Panaga was already late for the close-up, and now they will score off that service ace of Nene Bautista.
Good energy by the Army Black Mamba energy drink. It's 8 serving 11 right now. Set number 2. Creamline is up by 1 set. And let's see if Army can keep this up to tie it at least. Rose Vargas powers through the double block coverage here by Army. Tobino will try with the cross court. Tots Carlos chases for it. Atienza will send it over with a chance ball. Army slows it down. Perez quick to Luz. And Luz once again finds a way.
Looks like they found their money play. Again, the separation that they were looking for, yun lang pala. Kailangan lang pala nung slide attack ni Luz Malaluan so that they can drag Janet Panaga towards the left side of the court.
Bautista continues to serve. Almost catches the net. Tots Carlos from the pipe. Perez here was set to Malaluan. Tots Carlos saw that one. Atienza to Rose Vargas. They slow it down. Perez will go to Tobino.
Offense starting up for Army Black Mamba, and he just needed that shot of confidence. Started out with that service ace, and those attacks from Luz Malaluan. And now that she has given space to Royce Tobino, she's having an easier time getting through the block of the Cool Smashers.
Over on 2 play is good for Gia de Guzman, and those are the non-flashy plays that actually contribute well to and convert well for the team.
Not the perfect pass. She was already backpedaling, but she took matters into her own hands. And I love that motion of Gia de Guzman because after that point, kinausap niya muna yung mga players and she gave instructions kasi parang nagmamadali yung defenders ng Cool Smashers. That's why nahihirapan sila to maintain this lead now. They're only up by a single point. A while ago, it was at 5.
Right, and Army just taking a page off of the play of Gia de Guzman with that over on 2 as you see on our screens that replay. Ivy Perez right now goes to the service line. 2 great setters here with Gia de Guzman and Ivy Perez battling it out. Gia goes to MG, powers through the double block, and Army is stuck in the mud. Creamline trying to pull away right now.
And the Army Black Mamba needs to keep this close because they have a higher chance in snatching sets against the Cool Smashers. Pag dikit yung score, we saw that against the Choco Mucho Flying Titans wherein they almost won that game. Sa dulo lang, konting-konti, nabitin sila.
Right. It was a 5-setter match against Choco Mucho. Army getting set number 1 and set number 4. But they weren't able to sustain that. As we see here, a challenge by Army. It's a block touch. A block touch challenge here by the camp of Coach Randy Paliorina. And of course, the challenge system comes to an advantage and disadvantage for the coaches and the teams. They have to really choose their moments smartly. And they have to be sure because they only have a few chances for this block touch. And we check it out. It's pretty far, Neil.
Yeah, no block touch. That's why sometimes the coaching staff would ask the players first if they're confident dun sa call na gusto nilang mangyari before pulling out that card.
Challenge unsuccessful. Army only has one challenge left in this set. It's 14-11 right now with Rose Vargas with that serve. Tubino with the first ball. Pancake there, it's good. MG sends it over. Quick set and attack by Malaluan, and IB is also known for that kind of plays, right?
Yeah, that's what they want to happen. Yung mahuli yung blockers ng Pool Smashers. They were able to do it a couple of times already, and they're just continuing that stellar connection. Perez and Malaluan on the rise for Arma Black Mamba.
Army Black Mamba energy drink. Malaluan at the service line. It's 14-12 right now. Gia reverse to MG. Oh! Malaluan was able to get that. No one for the second.
That was a good dig, one-handed dig from Malaluan, but mukhang nagulan din yung mga teammates niya na naiangat yung bola na yon.
Oh. Now Pangs will serve 15, serving 12 here in set number 2. Perez, Tobino with a push. Panaga will set it to MG. Block, thoughts what's there. MG once again. Bautista to Perez. She chooses Villarreal. Quick set and attack. Oh, Gia says sorry.
That was not intentional. She wanted to give that ball to Risa Sato, pero napaganda pa.
Right, as they get their 16th point. We're at the technical timeout and we'll be back. Watch Gilas Pilipinas on August 25 or August 27 and or August 29 and be entitled to watch the other games scheduled on that date at Araneta Coliseum. Get your Gilas Day Pass now. Limited passes available, so buy now. And aside from, you know, that game that we're watching, on our screens, let's greet a few people.
That's Sir Ricky Palu and Sir Alan Acero of Ribisco. Enjoying the game here at the Phil Sports Arena.
Supporting the teams as well as Pangs Panadga will continue to serve, and let's see who takes advantage of that technical timeout. Rose Vargas. Tots will try. Oh, thunder again by Tots Carlos.
Fast wrist action there for Tots Carlos. Nakita niya na pa-close na si Francisco on that cross-court angle. Last second.
Nice.
Goes down the line.
Tots Carlos again, we found out in their last game, has a hamstring sprain, but seems like she's
Doesn't
doing
feel
well.
like it.
Yeah, seems like she's doing well right now. Oh, a shank here, unable to be safe, but Royce Tubino showing glimpses of her power, introducing us to her once again.
Medyo natahimik ka si Royce Tubino, but she finds a way to score from that right side of the court.
13 serving 17 right now. Tots has it. Gia to Michelle, and she powers through and finds a gap in that double block.
She always finds the seam in the blocking of their opponents. Makikita mo to. identifying the late Francisco and hitting it there. Now Negrito and Mandapas will come in for Coach Sherwin Meneses.
Must be part of Coach Sherwin's goal for today to mix up the players, kind of get everyone some touches with the ball. And as a while ago we were talking about it, it's good to see in the middle of the elimination round as Perez will set it to Villarreal. Negrito has it. Oh, but that sails out too wide for Cal Negrito.
Wanted to set that to Mandapat. Now this time, Arma Black Mamba will call on Gonzalez and Marzan to come in for Coach Randy.
Some switches for both teams. Now that we're in set number 2, Creamline up by 4 points, 18-14 right now. Gonzalez with the serve. Tots gets the first ball. Negrito will set to Riza. Gonzalez here will go to Bautista. Tots has it. Chooses Riza. Mandapat once again. Miss hit. Army finds a way as they send it over. Negrito to Sato. Quick set and attack. Riza Sato has been doing that too.
Short slide, but it was outside. They will be asking for a check ball if I'm not mistaken.
Let's see here, they're asking for a challenge, but they're talking to the referees.
That will not be allowed. That challenge will be rejected by the second referee. So the point will remain with Army Black Mamba.
At these moments, when is the right time to challenge? When is the acceptable time for the referees to challenge?
Mabilis lang talaga, just a few seconds na malate ka, you won't be able to challenge the call already.
Right after the play.
Sometimes you can also challenge in the middle of the play, but if you lose that challenge, the point will automatically go to your opponent. No problem, says Tots Carlos, scoring from the middle. And they're starting to run all of these combination plays at different tempos.
As De Jesus comes in, Tots Carlos at the service line. Different lineup here on the court for both of the coaches. Signature Tots Carlos serve is good. Gonzalez will set the combination play. Is good for Army Black Mamba energy drink.
Tin Francisco scoring her first point of the match from that quick attack. Gonzalez designed a double quick, B quick, then an A quick.
And that is good for Army Black Mamba. But that one though serves right into the net, and unforced errors in the last stretch of set number 2 shouldn't be happening for Army right here.
They really have to learn from that first frame and not repeat these kinds of mistakes. But they will be attacking first in this rally.
Oh, and they weren't able to take advantage of that opportunity. And we'll see Lisa Santos serve once again after this time out by the Army Black Mamba energy drink. Let's listen in.
Di pa tapos yan, di pa tapos ha. Ang kailangan natin, pasa lang na maayos. Ha? Para ma-attack tayo. Kung attack tayo, cover tayo na maayos. Okay? So kalimutan nyo na yun. Wala tayong magagawa doon. Ang kailangan natin, kapitan yung 21 na yan. Ha? Di ba lang yan? Di pa tapos yan. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Black Mamba! Army!
Coach Randy telling the team na hindi pa siya tapos. At this point, ano ba dapat yung mindset ng players, Neil, papasok sa latter stretch of this set?
Yeah, they do have to get this next point. Yun yung laging initiative na gustong hinahanap ng ating mga coaches, to get the next point after every time out so that they can reset their momentum. Now, Cayetano will be coming in for Rose Vargas. So I think they've used up all of their players except Gemma Galanza.
Right. Risa Sato will continue to serve. It's good. Tobino Gonzalez will reverse set. Ooh! Miss hit here by Creamline.
Quality minutes here for the substitution of Coach Randy. Marzan getting a point.
Nene Bautista, 17, serving 21 right now in set number 2. Let's see if Army can get this set or Creamline can extend their advantage even further. There is a call, and the point will go to Creamline. Net touch.
Net violation on one of the blockers of Army Black Mamba. Now Mamba and Guzman will be coming back in.
Seems like Creamline wants to close the set with those substitutions. Army right now is trying to get that spark, trying to fuel once again for a good run here in set number 2.
They still have 3 attackers right now. They have Filipino, they have Malaluan. Marzan is also there in the front line. So there are a lot of different combinations na pwedeng gawin ni Gonzalez.
Gia now with the serve. Tobino, first ball, Gonzalez throws Malaluan. Oh, and that is good for Army Black Mamba energy drink.
She is shaping up to be the highest efficiency attacker right now for Army Black Mamba. Villarreal will come in alongside Ivy Perez.
Pao Soriano now on the court. Ivy Perez back as the setter. And these substitutions really show that it's the end of the stretch. It's really crucial points that they have right now for the challenges. Creamline still has 2, Army has 1 at the moment in set number 2, and Ivy at the service line. Atienza first ball. Gia runs to set it to Michelle Gumabao. Army was there to cover. From the back, Gia saves it. MG goes to Cayetano. Tobino will have Ivy set. They choose Net Villarreal. That was a pancake, but no one was there behind Atienza.
Atienza was a step behind that pancake save. May konting tulong si Villarreal sa tape ng net. Nonetheless, that's still a point for Army Black Mamba. They will take it. Now, Cayetano is back in her natural habitat as an outside hitter. Pao Soriano there as a middle blocker.
And Ivy Perez will continue to serve. It's 19 serving 22. Set number 2, Tots Carlos. The miss receive. Atienza will rainbow to Army. Perez now with the combination play. Villarreal gets that one. Gia to Cayetano. Blocked though.
Defense kicking in. Villarreal taking charge on both ends for Army Black Mamba. Just 2 points behind from tying this ball game up at 22.
And what has Army been doing, Neil, that they're able to knock on the doors of Creamline right now?
Well, this is the strongest front line really for Army. Kaya dyan sila dapat pinakatumagal. And for the Cool Smashers, this is the rotation na kailangan makaikot sila if they want to get to set point first.
Tobino tries. Ooh, that sails out too strong for Royce Tobino. Creamline now gets their 23rd point.
Again, she wanted to avoid the double block of the Cool Smashers. Too forceful on that hit.
Cayetano will serve for the first time in this ball game. One-handed set. Ooh, overreach, right? For Army Black Mamba.
That is correct.
And Army will now call for a timeout. Let's listen to what Coach Randy has to say.
Lumagpas ang bola, lumagpas na sa net, kinuha niya, tatawagan ka talaga naman. Ha?
Sige.
Okay, wala na, okay na yun, ha? So, tapitan natin yung 24 na hindi pa tatapos yan, ha? Kapit, ha? Block pa rin tayo, ha? Okay? Pasa tayo isang pasa. Atak tayo, ng pasa, atak tayo. Let's go.
Kaya pa.
Kapitan nyo, kapit.
Black Mamba. Army!
Coach Randy emphasizing na kailangan pang pumasa. We're at set point here. Alyssa Valdez evidently, supporting the team in the bench. She always goes to all of their games, and that's good to see na nandyan siya. Kahit she just got surgery a few days ago.
And we wish her well. Fast, speedy recovery for Alyssa Valdez. I'm sure yung mga fans niya miss na siya.
That's right. As we see Army here through that double block. Set by De Jesus to Carlos. Tots Carlos comfortable with that attack.
The finisher, Tots Carlos. Right timing for Coach Sherwin Meneses to bring her back in to deal that killer blow for the Cool Smashers.
And it's very characteristic for the Cool Smashers, you know, or for Tots to deliver the winning point. Set number 2 ended in 31 minutes, 25-20. Creamline getting that one, and we'll be back for set number 3. It's the PVL All-Filipino Conference. Creamline Cool Smashers versus Army Black Mamba Energy Drink Lady Troopers. We just finished set number 2. Creamline up by 2 sets right now, 25-20. And we're gonna see what they have in store for set number 3. Very exciting stuff, Neil, because Army is able to measure up to Creamline in some points, but what did you see happening here in set number 2?
Again, in set number 1, they had more attack points compared to the Cool Smashers. Set number 2, medyo na late lang yung run nila. It happened in the tail end of the second frame, but we saw a better performance for Army Black Mamba. Again, the supporting cast showing up, getting points, chipping in for the cause of the Lady Troopers. Malaluan, definitely one of the go-to women there sa Black Mamba Army. And for the Creamline Cool Smashers, they just needed Tots Carlos to get the job done and finish set number 2.
Right, and we see here as we check out the set 2 statistics, Creamline Cool Smashers, Army Black Mamba Energy Drink Lady Troopers. What is your analysis with these numbers?
They do have to minimize their errors. A while ago, they had 9 in that first frame. Now they have 7. And again, walang problema sa atake ng Army Black Mamba. Only 1 point advantage for the Cool Smashers in that department. Same in the blocking department, same also in serving. So again, they have it in them to actually get sets against the Cool Smashers.
Right, and one of the narratives of the game is that both coaches are trying to mix it up with their players on the court, and we get to see the talents of their second stringers as well. And here, Army Black Mamba is trying to still clinch their first set here in this first game of the doubleheader. Thank you very much once again for joining us. You can watch us live and available on One Sports Channel 6 and on One Sports Plus Channel 261. You can also stream the games on Signal Play and the Smart Live Stream app. Creamline up by 2 sets right now. So we see Risa Sato, and we get in on the set 3 action. Obviously, Army needs to be able to get the first part, get energy in the first part, and to get a comfortable lead. What do they need to do there, Neil?
Well, in the crucial time, especially pag nagmamount na sila nung sarili nilang momentum, they have to really take care of the unforced errors. A while ago, naka-momentum na sila magkakaroon ng unforced error on the attack or on the serve or slight miscue.
That's right. A while ago, we would see Army getting good shots here, but you know, they have their unforced errors right now. But on cue, they're able to start with a point here on the board.
And for Royce Tubino, she can really use the hands of the blockers of Creamline to her advantage. Expert na yan when it comes to check out hits.
And it's been working for them. A while ago, we saw a lot of that in the Army Black Mamba Energy Drink side, but this one is a shank for Tubino as MG answers back.
And that has been the scene here sa ating game. Pag nakakapuntos ng malakas itong Army Black Mamba, sasagot din yung Creamline with their own version of powerful attacks.
Right. It seems like these two teams are taking pages off of each other's books right now. Nunag to Villarreal. Attack error here for Net Villarreal as Creamline will get their second point. We were talking about the errors. And right on cue, there's one here.
That's the timing that she will get overtime. Kasi pagdating sa middle blockers, yung quick attack kasi hinihintay na lang nila, papaluin na lang nila. But when it comes to hitting it from the left or the right wing, there's a different height to every set. So you really have to wait for that peak before you hit the ball.
MG, Bautista first ball. Gonzalez will choose Tobino. Tots was there to cover. Gia to Michelle. Gonzalez, Nuna goes at it this time to Villarreal. Over. Gia to Tots. Adjust mid-air, pancake save. Miscommunication for Army as they give Creamline a chance ball. Gonzalez here, Nuna will choose Tobino. Blocked and red. Gonzalez will try again with Villarreal. Powers through the double block, but Tots will try. This is the longest rally so far in this match. Risa Sato here, and she gets it off of a touch. Risa Sato ending it.
Army Black Mamba, very persistent in the digging department, but Risa Sato getting that point off, that quick attack. Royce Tobino was not in position. Kita mo pa lang yung form. She wasn't squared up for that dig.
Rose Vargas now will serve 3 serving 1. With serve here, Villarreal will set. Army sends it over once again, Atienza. De Guzman quick to Risa Sato. Army was there to cover. Tobino will send it back. Gia Risa. Gonzalez Nunag goes to Villarreal. Tots will try this time. And will head on over to Rain Tixon for this report.
Yanni and Neil, Royce Tobino may not be the declared team captain here in the All-Filipino Conference, but they have to rely a lot on her veteran experience and her leadership. She said she tries to do everything on the floor to set an example for the younger ones in her squad. Sabi niya sa akin, nag-given naman yung palo as an open spiker, so it's the defensive skills like blocking and digs that makes a big difference. Another thing that she would like to highlight is their mindset coming into every match and even when they're on the floor, which is extremely crucial right now that they're down by 2 points here in the final set. Yanni and Neil.
Rain, thank you very much for giving us the mindset of Royce Tobino. Not that she's a veteran. She's not the declared team captain, as Rain said, but she gives that mentality to the younger players here in this veteran team. First ball was not good for Army Black Mamba Energy Drink. Creamline is up by 3 right now. 5 serving 2 with Risa Santos.
Said Domingo back on the floor for the Cool Smashers. Again, for Army Black Mamba, they don't necessarily have na sumabay dun sa bilis ng Creamline. Actually, it will be beneficial for them if they can slow things up. Kasi mapapansin natin, Tots Carlos just swinging away, blow after blow. Ang bilis nung pagpapatakbo ni Gia de Guzman ng play. And every time Army Black Mamba gets that good rebound, that's the time they actually score off their counter-attacks.
Creamline really using their pace to their advantage right now, but we see Army Black Mamba Energy Drink trying to find those bright spots for them throughout the match. Attack error here by Michelle Gumabao. It's 3-6 right now with Creamline on top. Royce Tobino at the service line. 3-point game at the moment. It's set number 3 here in the PVL 2023 All-Filipino Conference. Game 1 of the doubleheader. Uncharacteristic for Tots. Good way to change it up.
And after delivering a lot of powerful hits, yun yung hindi na ine-expect ng Army Black Mamba when they have been receiving a lot of powerful hits. Ang tendency is mag-backpedal sila. So may iwan talaga yung middle portion of the court available for that soft hit.
Tots into the campfire a while ago, but that over-receive, Army has it. Esguerra, too strong for Ann Esguerra. Creamline will now bring us to the first technical timeout. We'll be back. It's a 2023 Premier Volleyball League All-Filipino Conference Creamline Cool Smashers versus Army Black Mamba Energy Drink Lady Troopers. Yanni Mayo here with Neil Flores and Ray Dixon. Over on the court side, Creamline is at 8, Army at 3 right now with Michelle Gumabaw starting us off of that technical timeout. Some delay here going on as the referees discuss. Some housekeeping going on here. Pinapababa lang nila yung jackets ng Army. And now Michelle puts it into play. Gonzalez goes to Villarreal. Gia to Sed. Quick. Sed will now go to Gia this time. Okay, she's returned the favor, deals.
The first attack.
First attack by Gia.
First spike from Gia de Guzman. Still a point. Now they're laughing things off.
That was so fun to watch. Let's check it out again in this replay. Gia to Sed, then Sed to Gia.
And Sed Domingo was laughing, but I'm sure it was intentional. Nagusto niyang sitan si Gia de Guzman.
Bautista here. Blocked. Miscommunication as Tubino will send it over. Kyla will get the ball. Gia to Sed once again. As Gonzalez goes to the other side with Bautista. Rose Vargas. Tots. Ooh, but that single block by Net Villarreal.
And she got that timing on the C set of Gia de Guzman. A while ago, Tots Carlos had back-to-back powerful hits, but Villarreal learned from that and she delivered that kill block for Army Black Mamba.
Villarreal here on the service line. Army at 4, Creamline at 9. It's set number 3, a crucial set for both teams. Rose got that one. Ooh, quick set and attack. Same thing for Gia and Sed. 10-4 right now as Creamline wants to try to end it at set number 3. Army, Black Mamba Energy Drink, and in the meantime wants to extend it.
Right now, they're in a very good position in the team standings. They want massive momentum, definitely, coming into the semifinals. A lot of more volleyball to be played here in the PVL, but you know what we always hear, it's not about how you start, it's always how you end the season. And that goes for these two teams on the floor right now. We have to remember that Creamline fell short in the reinforced conference, so they do want to get back to that championship match. And for Army Black Mamba, they still want to play in the semifinals.
Sed Domingo scores once again into the campfire of the Army Black Mamba Energy Drink. And the narratives of these two teams building up throughout the season, we see that they're really hungry for today's match. And no match is unimportant, especially in a single round robin elimination format.
Fresh legs for Army Black Mamba. One of the newest additions again on the floor.
Over received there. Gia over on 2 play. It's good.
Gia de Guzman turning out to be an attacking setter in today's ball game. After that hit, she follows it up from that dump ball.
And we see her score that point, but let's head on over to Coach Randy and see what he has to say to the team.
Hindi na kayo yan eh. Ang layo, napakalayo ng ginagalaw nyo. Okay? Nawawala tayo eh. Konti naman, konting laban naman tayo. Ha? Huwag yung pahabay na ginagalong kayo ng mga kalaban nyo. Ilaban nyo. Na kayo yun. Ha? Dapat ilaban yun na nasa puso ba? Hindi yung sige tayo. Let's go.
Black Mamba! Army!
Maganda itong timeout ni Coach Randy kasi it's not about technical anymore. It's, sabi niya, yung puso nila, kailangan lang nila ilaban itong set. And ano naman yung importance na yun for players, Neil?
Yeah, they do have to dig deep because again, they were very competitive in the first and second frame. Kahit ganun yung score. That's why Coach Randy is just trying to bring out the best in these women on the floor right now. But if you have Carlos attacking like that, you will really have a difficult time in manning the floor. And Nunag has been doing a splendid job
Right, Nunag
guarding
has
that
been everywhere.
backcourt.
She's doing everything right now for Army Black Mamba energy drink as Sed Domingo will serve. But that is out, that sails outside for Sed Domingo, giving Army their 6th point.
6-13.
Army now here at the service line with Bautista. Hopefully this will be an opportunity for the girls in green. Rose Vargas, powerful attack there. Gonzalez goes to Tobino. Ooh, and right on cue, they're able to find a way for Army Black Mamba energy drink.
Clean hit from Royce Tubino, hitting that above the double block of the Cool Smashers.
Bautista again with the serve. The Guzman 100 set to Risa Santos.
I don't even know what to say anymore, Yanni.
Plays like this, you just need to watch the replay to appreciate.
You can just really appreciate the talent there, the athleticism on both ends from Sato and De Guzman. And makikita mo doon yung tiwala ng mga players sa isa't isa na doesn't matter if it's a perfect pass, papasok sila ng tama and they will get rewarded with a set from De Guzman.
Kyle Negrito right now and Gia really using the talents of her players. As we see, Kyle Negrito goes to Mandapas.
That is inside, says the lines judge, but there will be a challenge on the floor for Army Black Mamba. It's a ball-in, ball-out challenge.
Army characteristically being the first to challenge in our previous sets up until now. And we'll see if that ball in or ball out is successful or not as we check the replay out. But now that Army is trailing a bit behind Neil, what do they need to do, you know, in your standpoint that they have to implement right now?
Right now, they really have to minimize the production of Tots Carlos. She has been having a lot of success in attacking the defense of Army Black Mamba. So, hindi man nila totally ma-stop yung offense ni Tots Carlos. Kailangan mabawasan man lang kahit papano or mapabagal nila. And that is a good challenge from Army Black Mamba. That is inside.
Right at the tip of the line.
What a time to win a challenge for Coach Randy.
Negrito. Here with the serve. Gonzalez will set it up to Tobino. Powerful attack there. Negrito underhand to Vargas. He gets it off down the line. Nene Bautista was able to touch that ball as Creamline will send us over to our second technical timeout. Creamline Cool Smashers up 16. Army right now trailing at 7. It's set number 3 here in our first game of the doubleheader Tuesday. It's the PVL All-Filipino Conference live on One Sports Channel 6 and in One Sports Plus Channel 261, which you can also stream on Signal Play and Smart Live Stream app. Right now we have Barbie Marzan coming in for the Army Black Mamba energy drink Lady Troopers as Kyle Negrito will continue to serve.
Still serving for Creamline, Kyle Negrito.
9-point game right here. Service ace stuck in the mud for Army Black Mamba energy drink.
biggest lead of the entire match. Yani at 10 points. And usually, dyan talaga nahirapan yung Army all throughout this ball game. Once nag-deliver na yung heavy servers ng Cool Smashers, nagsusunod-sunod na. Now they're just 8 points away from getting win number 5 here in the All-Filipino Conference of our PVL.
Tobino will try over that double block. Tots will now set. Mandapat with an off-speed hit. Nuna goes to Tobino once again, and she finds a hole in between.
Royce Tobino really never gives up. Doesn't matter kung gaano kalaki yung lamang ng opponent nila, she will always fight tooth and nail for Army Black Mamba. So again, the supporting cast, now yun yung kailangan nila.
And Royce needs to share that kind of mentality to her players, but we heard in Rain's report a while ago that she does give advice to the younger players of the Army Black Mamba and energy drink, but we see Risa Sato here giving the energy naman to the Creamline Cool Smashers.
And you can see the Japanese style of play that she brings to the table. Very unique kind of approach. Sometimes it's not as explosive compared to other middle blockers, but when she gets that elevation, ang bilis ng wrist action. Kaya mararamdaman mo that it is still a powerful hit from Risa Sato.
Polidario right now getting the jitters, one of the younger players here in Army Black Mamba, and energy drink as she attacks it to the net, but we see Cayetano here in to serve. Phil wanting to give this point to the team. It's 19 serving 8 right now. Nunag has the first ball. Gonzalez to Tobino. And she catches the line. Royce Tobino doing veteran moves for Army Black Mamba and energy drink.
It's all Royce Tobino right now on the offensive end for Army Black Mamba, tooling 2 of the blockers of the Cool Smashers.
Service here, Cayetano gives it to Totsu, but she catches the net and gives a point to Army. It's now a 9-point game.
That was a great serve from Marzan, forcing Creamline to be out of system. And ito yung mga tulong na hindi mapapansin paminsan. Pero the fact that you were able to force them to get that misreceive, malaking bagay na. And again, now that's an ace for Marzan.
Army trailing, trying to knock on the door of Creamline. 11 serving 19 right now, and Marzan doing well in the service line. Creamline up by 2 sets. Army trying to get their first set win here in the game. Tots says it's enough.
Just unstoppable, really, Tots Carlos. Doesn't feel like the injury is there. No Gemma Galanza, no problem. No Eliza Valdez, but they're still looking great.
As we talked about in the pre-game, Creamline has a really deep bench that they can keep on rotating. Army has to find a way and create their own pace, as you said, Neil, a while ago. Cayetano here, Negrito will set it to Mandapat. Gonzalez unable to cover for that.
Even the second stringers, everybody getting their points.
So we check it out once again in this replay. Mandapat powers through that double block. Lisa Sato will serve. 21 serving 11, but that is too strong for Risa.
Too wide on that one. Ganda din ang palitan ng libero possession here for Army Black Mamba. You have Tin Agno, you have Nunag as well. Again, excellent job for the liberos here.
In the green shirt side, Agno got that one. Bautista tries with a double block. Tobino was almost there.
Dapat gets another point, this time off a kill block. Teaming up with Pao Soriano.
Riza Mandapat off of the bench What is the advantage of players coming off of the bench, Neil?
Well, they have a different perspective coming into the court kasi alam nila kung ano yung mga lapses, binibigyan sila ng instructions. And I was actually looking for Paran in the starting unit because in the past few conferences, siya yung nagiging usual substitution for Army Black Mamba.
Pancake save there. Ball is good. Quick set and attack Kyle Negrito to Pau Soriano to get their 23rd point. Let's listen in to Army Black Mamba after this replay as we see the 23rd point once again by Riza Mandapat. But let's go to Coach Randy Fallorina's side and see what he has to say.
Palo, kabumigyan. Palo ng malakas, ha? Let's go, discard mo na maayos. Ha? Pasa muna tayo, pasa. Let's go. Kaya, isa lang.
Black Mamba! Army!
Coach Randy trying to give more motivation to Army. It seems like yung puso na talaga at this point. And, you know, playing at the pace of Creamline or getting that pace. But as he said a while ago, it seems like Audrey Paran is now on the court for Army Black Mamba energy drink.
And that will be the big question for Army Black Mamba. Royce Tubino is in the back row. Who will step up to get the attack points? And Riza Mandapat scoring another one, this time off the ace. All-around performance for the second stringers of Creamline. Now Chavez will be replacing Esguera. This is their last ditch to actually cut the lead of the Cool Smashers.
Let's see if Army can save a match point or if Riza can be the hero in the latter part of this game. Tobino with that first ball set and attack by Polidario. Negrito to Tots, and Tots once again, as we were saying, we will always be reliable to serve the winning points.
If you need that last hit, if you need that killer blow to end the match, to end the set, always go to Tots Carlos, and Tots will always deliver for the Cool Smashers. So that's it. That is a 3-0 victory for the Cool Smashers, and they increase their wins to 5.
Well, later on, we'll check out the final score and get an interview with the best player of the game. We'll be back. This is the PVL All-Filipino Conference, and we just ended the match between the Creamline Cool Smashers and the Army Black Mamba Energy Drink Lady Troopers 25-12 here in set number 3. But we want to know who the best player of the match is, so let's bring it over to Rain Tixon.
With me right now is our player of the game, Tots Carlos, with 17 points off of 14 attacks and 2 aces. First of all, congratulations, Tots. Tots, this is your first game really back since last game naka 9 points ka lang, tapos ngayon naka 17 points ka na. How do you feel? How are you feeling after that match?
I feel good. Hindi, syempre, since we wanted to really win today and let my other teammates to play, so talagang I really gave my best today para magkaroon yung makalamang and magkaroon ng chance to play yung mga teammates ko. Kasi, you know, it's really fulfilling and sobrang nakakatuwa pag nakikita mo yung mga teammates mo na araw-araw mo kasama, nagtatrabaho, makakalaro din. And talagang happily playing kami as a team.
You had a very dominant straight set win, especially sa third set ninyo. How does this help yung confidence nyo ngayon na malapit na tayo sa semifinals round?
Actually, this game is also a preparation for everyone for the next games. And syempre, papataas na papataas yung level going to the semifinals. Talagang nagtatrabaho kami and malaking confident to sa amin. And syempre, gusto pa rin namin bumawi and ibigay yung best namin every game.
Ngayon, meron ka bang message to your fans, all here in the venue, as well as watching us on our broadcast?
Sa lahat po ng sumusuporta ng Creamline and the Risco team, sa lahat po ng sumusuporta ng PVL, maraming salamat po. Every games, every training, para sa inyo po yung ginagawa namin na to. And also, thank you sa Risco team, sa management, Sir JCN, Sir Alan, Ma'am Lizanne, lahat ng bumubuo ng Creamline, Risco teams, maraming salamat po sa suporta. Sa lahat ng fans na nandito, sa mga nanonood sa bahay, maraming salamat po sa suporta nyo. Matagal pa po ito, kailangan pa rin po namin kayo hanggang dulo. Sa lahat ng nasa pamilya ko na nanonood dyan, hello, ma, lola, kuya, sa lahat po ng sumusuporta sa amin, maraming salamat po.
Again, that was our...
Happy birthday, Ate Riza!
Happy birthday, Ate Riza. Congratulations, Tots, and that was our player of the game, Yanni Neal.
Thank you, Rain, for that wonderful interview with Tots Carlos. Congratulations to Tots once again for being player of the game. And happy birthday to Riza Mandapat for today. But this was an interesting match as we saw a different combination for both teams and Coach Sherwin and Coach Randy. But Neil, what were the things that stood out for you?
It was really the offense of the Cool Smashers in set number 3, because you have to remember in set 1, lumamang yung Arma Black Mamba in that department. Set number 2, isa lang yung nilaman ng Cool Smashers. But I am sure here in this set 3, medyo lumayo na ng konti itong Creamline Cool Smashers in the attacking department. And it seemed like the efforts of Royce Tubino were just not enough to overpower the balanced effort of the Cool Smashers. But we also have to give credit to the supporting cast of Arma Black Mamba. They had their moments. We had a lot of amazing sequences. Great defense, great digging being shown to us by Army Black Mamba. But again, they fell short. And in total, look at the attacks, 42 compared to the 29. Aces also were a big factor in this win of the Cool Smashers. Yung errors also ng Arma Black Mamba, medyo madami compared to Creamline. And the fact that they were able to limit their errors to 10, being an error-prone team, that just means trouble for their opponents.
That's right, as Tots said a while ago in her interview, that they're just gonna keep leveling it up from now as we are in the midpoint, or really past the midpoint here in the elimination round. And that's something to watch for Creamline. But of course, with Army, still the support is needed. They still need to create that energy going on in their next matches. And of course, speaking of next matches, we're really excited with a match to watch. Up next, Akari Chargers against the PLDT High-Speed Hitters here in the Phil Sports Arena, Pasig City. On behalf of the broadcast team, this is Yani Maya with Neil Flores and Rain Tixon. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for our next match.